Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video.
Yeah, definitely looks good. Man, I can't wait to post these onto, of course, my TikTok, my Instagram and Facebook Reels, and my YouTube Shorts. Always so happy to, of course, be in this tutu for sure. Oh, hi! Sorry about that, I didn't see you there for a moment, so yeah, anyways, hey guys, this is SamAttack4427 here, and, well, I think we're back once again with, of course, another one of these response/rant videos as normal, and yeah, I guess you did kind of caught me off guard. I was looking over, of course, pretty much the videos I actually filmed recently of me and my Elliot Fujiano cosplay, as you can see here for sure. So yeah, and probably by the time pretty much this video goes live, they probably already be up as we speak, and yeah, all that sort of stuff, and in case a lot of you guys are wondering, yes, I actually do have pretty much my pair of point shoes that I actually have on. That was given to me by my friend and fellow Patreon supporter VD, so thank you so much for the hose, and yeah, I think give it to the pretty much give it to, of course, the state they're in. I'm in desperate need of new ones anyway, so yeah. So I guess, pretty much for what is, I've been wanting to, make this, video for, some time now, for sure, because, yeah, give it to, where I'm actually, at with, of course, this, cosplay, for sure, and, well, definitely need to, get into the, mindset of a, ballerina, for sure, with me in this, tutu, and, my, shoes, for sure, I guess there is actually a good reason why I wanted to, make this, for sure, and, well, it's been a while since I've actually done any videos revolving around the video game Genshin Impact for sure. So I think it makes sense for me to actually do another one of these for sure. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah. And luckily enough, it does revolve around with what I'm talking about in today's video for sure. So yeah, now if you may recall, just as of recently, version 7.0 of Genshin Impact just launched with the new Snezhnaya nation that they just unveiled for sure, and, well, I guess probably by the time pretty much this video is out, it's already been released, and they already got the next chapter in the Archon quest going for sure, and yeah, all that sort of stuff from what I can gather, so yeah. I guess pretty much for what it is by far, I'm impressed with what I'm actually seeing for Snezhnaya so far. It really does look like a nice new addition to, of course, pretty much the world of Teyvat, where Genshin Impact takes place for sure, and yeah, and luckily enough, in addition to, of course, pretty much the new nation and, of course, the new storyline for sure, it actually, yeah, they were actually kind enough to give us some new characters that we actually got in addition to that for sure. With one of them I'm actually talking about here today, so yeah, so I guess, quite frankly, I think it makes sense for me to talk about in today's video for sure, so So yeah, and surprisingly enough, one of the new characters that they actually unveiled very recently is, of course, pretty much one of the new Cryo, or Cyro characters. I kind of forgot how to pronounce it, but I do know they actually have revolve around ice for sure, which is, which actually is, of course, the new character that we got that goes by the name of Odette, So yeah, that is, of course, what we're going to be talking about here today. I know I can go on and on, of course, what they unveiled pretty much with the new Snezhnaya nation for sure, but I think it makes sense to devote this whole entire video devoted to, of course, one of the new characters from Genshin Impact, Odette, So yeah, that is, of course, what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, and in case a lot of you guys are actually quite curious for sure, basically, based on my research, Odette is, of course, one of the new characters that they actually unveiled not too long ago. That is part of the Snezhnaya, pretty much, nation update in the game for sure, and to best describe her character for sure, she's actually established as a prima ballerina for a troupe that she's actually a part of, pretty much as a part of that game for sure, So yeah, that's pretty much the best way I can actually describe it for sure, So yeah, and not just that, she may be a ballerina by day, but at night, she is, of course, a pretty much an assassin as well, which, yeah, I do find really quite interesting for sure, So yeah, I guess that's probably the best way I can describe it for sure. I know there are tons of other videos out there done by other creators that actually have gone more into a depth with, of course, Odette for sure, but that's at least the best I can describe it, of course, my part for sure, So yeah, and you might be wondering to yourself, how do I feel about pretty much the inclusion of Odette in, of course, the game? Well, I think I will say, in my opinion, I'm actually really fascinated with, of course, this one, and I actually really do love her character for sure, So yeah, and I think the best way I can actually know about Odette based on my first impressions is, of course, when she actually got leaked on social media not too long ago, and quite frankly, I didn't know anything about it for sure, aside from pretty much everything that we're going to be getting in the new update for sure. But upon first glance from what I've actually seen, I am really digging on what I've actually seen by far. You can tell that pretty much given to the name of the character herself, they really took a whole lot from, of course, pretty much one of the most well-known ballets of all time, Swan Lake, to really make this character work quite well for sure. And yeah, with what I've actually seen, I really do think it is actually a real good fit for, of course, Odette for sure. So yeah. And I guess pretty much for what it is, I will admit her outfit itself really is actually quite nicely done for sure. And I really do admire, of course, what they actually did for sure. Really actually taking a whole lot of ballet influence to really actually try to make it work for sure. And yeah, I guess with what I've actually seen, it really is actually quite nice because hey, I guess given to, of course, what I actually got on my part, I actually do prefer being in this really nice tutu anyways for sure. So yeah, I guess it's probably what I could say, of course, that front. And I know that's saying a whole lot because when you actually do think of ballet for sure, a lot of things actually come into mind for sure, like, of course, classical music, elegant moves for sure, and of course, as I mentioned earlier, some really nice ballerinas being in these wonderful tutus for sure, and all that sort of stuff for sure. But I do know at the same time, the reality would definitely kick in for, of course, ballet in a nutshell for sure. Like, of course, some really hard work with, of course, practice and training for sure. Especially being in these point shoes for sure. So yeah. I could go on and on, of course, all that for sure, but I think it's what I could say on that front. And I should know on my part because I'll be honest with you, I've actually been self-teaching myself ballet for about 4 to 5 years now for sure, and I got a whole lot to, of course, my ballet cosplays that I've actually done over the years, including this one that I actually have on for sure, so yeah, and I know later on, pretty much as of course, pretty much more ballet cosplays coming to mind that I really want to do. So does my hard work to perfect my ballet dancing for sure. And again, for about 4 to 5 years for sure, I still got a little bit more to do for sure, and I have yet to actually attend any classes for sure. But I have been making really great progress with, of course, my ballet dancing that would definitely come into play later on. Even with, of course, being in these point shoes that I've actually been hard working, training myself for about 3 months now for sure. Or is it about 4 months? Yeah, I think I'm gonna say 3 months for sure. Yeah, I will admit, yeah, I guess pretty much from my personal experience with, of course, being in these point shoes for sure, they do look really nice, and I'm really glad that I actually got those, and they're working quite well. But they are freaking painful for sure, so yeah, I guess pretty much, if anything, I do want to get better at, of course, dancing in these point shoes if I want to keep on going, and of course, teaching myself ballet for sure. But at the same time, I do need to bear in mind for the fact that if pretty much the pain in these are a little bit too great, I can always take breaks for sure, and of course, let's not forget to mention, I know these shoes will be on its way out for sure, so I'm in desperate need to get myself a new pair for sure, so yeah, I guess dancing in these point shoes that are about to die, probably not a smart move for sure. But still, like I said, I've been making great progress, of course, on my part for sure, and thankfully didn't end up in any injuries just yet for sure, and lucky me for that all the way, so yeah, but you can kind of get the idea, of course, that front, so yeah. But I guess anyways, back to Odette for sure, yeah, I guess I will admit, I really do love on what they actually got going for, of course, pretty much her character for sure, and again, her outfit actually does look really nice. However, I do notice a lot of people are complaining for the fact that, see how I did mention me being these point shoes earlier, that they never actually bothered to give Odette any point shoes for sure, and instead actually giving her a pair of heels for sure that do kind of resemble point shoes for sure. And yeah, I will admit that is actually true for sure. But again, when you really actually look into it for sure, there's a lot more to it than you may realize for sure. So yeah. And I guess for starters, pretty much back in the early days of course, ballet, they do actually have pretty much a pair of ballet shoes, let alone point shoes, that actually do have heels for sure. So yeah, and that was back in the early days of course, ballet before whatever we got with, of course, these for sure. So yeah, so I guess pretty much if anything, I'm willing to bet that they really want to go for the pretty much the route of course, the early days of course, ballet, while mixing in with, of course, what we got today, which I do think actually does benefit a whole lot for sure. So yeah, so I guess pretty much of anything, I do see where a lot of people are coming from when they complain about Odette's shoes, but at the same time though, given to what I've actually mentioned, and well, let's face it, Hoyoverse, the company behind Genshin Impact, have actually given their female characters heels anyways in all different kinds, so So yeah, so I guess pretty much for what is from the way she actually looks, I really do admire what they actually did for sure. She really does look absolutely fantastic for sure. Just keeping to, of course, on what Hoyoverse had in mind when they actually created her, but really want to give all sorts of love and effort to, of course, having her be a ballerina for sure. So yeah, I guess that's probably what I could say on, of course, that front, and not to mention all sorts of gameplay elements that they actually included in from what I can gather really is actually quite amazing for sure. Like, of course, pretty much her idle animations really actually are actually quite amazing for sure. Like, of course, you have one where, of course, she's sipping on her tea, but of course, when I said that they really want to make her as a ballerina for sure, they really did mean that for sure, as, of course, they actually did have her dance like a ballerina for sure, which is actually really quite nice, and I really do like for the fact that part of her skirting, of course, her outfit actually stretches out with, of course, the lining and stuff to actually resemble a really, really nice tutu for sure, which I really do think is actually quite nice. So yeah, and of course her fighting moves, well, of course she's in a battle for sure, really is actually quite amazing. And again, really took a whole lot from, of course, all sorts of ballet moves that they actually did to really try to make it work for sure. And I really do admire what they actually did for sure. It really is actually quite amazing from what I can gather. So yeah, and I especially love for the fact that they actually did have a nice clone of her actually pop up during one of her moves for sure. And again, seeing how they did take a lot of influence from, of course, the Swan Lake Ballet. Yeah, they also pretty much really want to see how Odette is, of course, almost drawing comparisons to the actual Odette from Swan Lake. Turns out her clone that she actually revealed when, of course, she's fighting in battle also resembles pretty much the Black Swan herself, Odile, hands down, which I really do think is actually quite amazing. So yeah, and that's just to name me a few from what I can gather. So yeah, and given to all that, and given to the rest that I actually couldn't mention for sure, you can tell they really pretty much putting a lot of hard work, effort, and research, of course, ballet for sure, to really actually make Odette actually work for sure. So yeah, I guess it's probably what I could say for how the character looks and the gameplay itself. And I think I should mention by far, pretty much leading up to the release, hands down. Yeah, you know for the fact that if you follow me on my post tab on my YouTube channels, and of course on my social media platforms, I did actually share from past to present all sorts of teasers and trailers for, of course, the characters we're going to be getting for sure. And yeah, I made no secret that I actually included Odette into the mix for sure, and yeah, I guess with what I've actually seen by far, I really do think they're both really great for sure. Like, of course, the character teaser that we actually got for sure really is actually quite amazing. That actually helped explain, of course, the traumatic backstory that is, of course, given to Odette for sure. It actually did tie into one of the Fatui members, La Signora, which I really do think is actually quite amazing for sure. And yeah, I really do dig, of course, pretty much on what she was actually going for, hands down. And yeah, I really do get a good sense of course, her character for sure. And even the animation itself really is actually quite amazing. And yeah, and say what you will, of course, what I mentioned earlier about Odette's heels for sure, I will give it credit that, given for the fact that, with what they're actually going for, I will give them props for really actually trying to make Odette's shoes that they actually show off actually flow out like, of course, she's, of course, on point with, of course, these point shoes for sure. And I think to best describing for sure, if I can go on point myself, so... Alright, and there we go, so, yeah, I think it's, probably, I guess, what, pretty much, they were actually, going for, hands down, and, yeah, looks to me I'm, might be a little bit, rusty, pretty much, or, struggling a little bit from, what I can gather, but this is, probably the best that I could do, so, alright, I'll just, go back down, so, whew, wow, that was actually, quite, surprising, so yeah, again, that's one thing I can give pretty much the teaser credit for one thing, and probably by the time I'm recording this video, I did already share the official character trailer for Odette for sure, and yeah, I really do admire on what they actually did for sure, because yeah, we actually did get to explore more, of course, her character for sure, learning how to fight in combat for sure, while still struggling and, of course, working hard on, of course, her ballet dancing for sure, So yeah, and again, seeing how, given to what I mentioned earlier about Odette's shoes for sure, and given to, of course, what they were going for and trying to make her shoes resemble point shoes for sure, I will give the trailer credit that they actually did give Odette a nice pair, hands down, which I really do think is actually quite nice for sure, because yeah, I think it really does help out a whole lot, and I'm really impressed with what they actually did, so yeah, I guess it's probably what I could say on that front. If you haven't seen the character trailer for Odette just yet, let alone the character teaser, definitely look it up on Genshin Impact's YouTube channel for sure, so yeah, I think that's probably what I could say on that front for sure, and one other thing I definitely need to mention for sure is, of course, pretty much the voice actors that'll be playing pretty much Odette in the game for sure. Now, I do know for the fact that I could definitely pretty much mention, of course, the voice actors, and of course, the Chinese version, the Japanese version, and even the Korean version for sure. But what really struck me by far is, of course, the voice actor that they chose for, of course, Odette in the English version for sure, to which, in case a lot of you guys are actually quite curious, turns out well-known voice actress Alexis Tipton will be playing Odette in, of course, the game for sure, to which, yeah, I will have to say, it really is actually a great choice for sure, because let me tell you, I guess during my early years of course, going to conventions, I did mention that Anime Syracuse was probably the very first convention that I actually attended to, and of course, one of the guests that I actually got to meet while I was there, aside from, of course, Jeremy Lee and Brian Massey, is that Alexis Tipton was definitely one that I actually got the chance to meet, and she was actually a really nice, pretty much a really nice person for sure, and I have delved into, of course, looking up her stuff and her roles that she did in the anime, pretty much community for sure, and or at least the anime industry for sure. And she's actually a really talented voice actress for sure, and not to mention, right around last year, I actually did go see the Chainsaw Man movie, Reze Arc, where, of course, she actually did play Reze herself, and I think she actually did do a really good job in that said role for sure, So yeah, so I guess I give it to all of that. I'm actually really thrilled to see her play Odette in the game for sure, and I think she's really gonna be a massive, pretty much a massive, yeah, a massive asset to, of course, really actually make her character work for sure, and of course, being so cold-hearted and lacking any sense of emotion for sure, which I think would help benefit her character for sure, so So yeah, I guess that's probably what I could say on that front for sure. I know Alexis Tipton might be watching this video for sure, to which I don't know what her reaction would be if she did, but it is nice to know that she really is gonna be on her A game for, of course, this game for sure. So. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, I think with all those I've actually mentioned for sure, including some that I don't have time to actually go over for sure, I think it would sum up, of course, what I actually think for sure. So yeah, I guess pretty much for what it is, I am really impressed with what they actually got for Odette for sure, and she seems like yeah, I think she's going to be a really good addition to, of course, the game for sure. And I'm excited to see where they're going to go with, of course, this one for sure. And through my stance, of course, pretty much in having Genshin Impact play, pretty much have a ballerina character, and, of course, pretty much in the game, I say it's about time that they actually do that. So yeah, and I really do mean that when I actually say it for sure, because yeah, I guess it has been a long time coming from what I can gather, because quite frankly, me alongside plenty of other cosplayers who have done a lot of Genshin Impact cosplays for sure, really want to take their hand on, of course, taking the characters that are already in the game and actually giving them pretty much a nice ballet persona for sure. I know I did right around 4 years ago when I unveiled my Ballerina Barbara cosplay for sure, and honestly, I think it makes sense for me to actually do that one, because it did lead me to speculate, given for the fact that I love her personality with, of course, her character for sure. I think it does make sense to try my hand at, of course, pretty much making her into a ballerina for sure. And yeah, I really nailed it from what I could gather, and it's still one of my best cosplays that I've actually done for sure. And yeah, all that sort of stuff from what I can gather, and really help kickstart my ongoing journey as of now to delve into, of course, ballet-themed cosplays. And like I said, they really helped me out, and of course, helping me teach myself ballet for sure, to which I do hope to explore more upon later on, and like I said, hopefully get better in dancing in these point shoes for sure. So I still got a long ways to go, but I'm really glad that I've been making progress for sure. So yeah, so I guess pretty much for what it is, I really do think it is actually really nice of Genshin Impact to pretty much have Odette be a part of the new Snezhnaya update in the game for sure. And I'm excited to see on where they're going to go with her hands down. So yeah, and that would lead to the ultimate question, will I plan on cosplaying her anytime soon? Actually, yeah, I would love to, hands down for sure. So yeah, I've already got her pretty much, and of course, my cos plans as we speak for sure, and yeah, hopefully later on down the road, once I do get enough income for sure, I do hope to eventually get her going later on down the road, because yeah, there's a whole lot that they actually got going on for sure, and quite frankly, given to where I'm at right now, yeah, seems like Odette is, of course, the character that's definitely made for me for sure. So yeah, sort of similar to how, like I said earlier, Barbara is, of course, one character that that is definitely made for me for sure. And man, I definitely need some water. Sorry about that. All right. So yeah, I guess sort of similar to how Barbara is, of course, made for me, given to what I've actually seen by far, and yeah, I guess it does make sense, of course, that front, and given to where I'm actually at right now with, of course, my ballet cosplays, I think it is actually appropriate for me to actually cosplay her for sure. Kind of similar to let's say that I really want to cosplay Princess Tutu or Star Guardian Oriana for sure. It may take time, yes, but I can definitely picture myself pretty much cosplaying those two for sure, especially with where I'm at with, of course, my ballet training so far. So yeah, I do think there is a lot of hope for me to cosplay Odette later on down the road for sure, and yeah, and I know that's saying a whole lot, given for the fact that, well, probably a few other Odettes that I would love to cosplay later on, like, of course, the one from Barbie and Swan Lake. That would be a nice one for me to do, and given for the fact that I'm cosplaying as Elliot Fujiyano, aka Melody, the cross-dressing ballerina boy himself, I guess it is no big surprise that I would want to make his Swan Lake outfit that would make him resemble Odette for sure, So yeah, but maybe I'm getting way too ahead of myself, hands down. So yeah, I'm excited to see on where they're gonna go for, of course, Odette, hands down. And I'm really glad that we actually did get a ballet themed character for the game for sure. So yeah, hopefully I think later on down the road, I can't wait to see on where they're gonna go with her storyline, and I know I'll be looking forward to cosplaying her later on down the road. So yeah, but again, we're gonna have to wait and see later on down the road, so yeah, but until then, if you haven't actually checked out the new Snezhnaya update in Genshin Impact, definitely go check it out for sure. It's currently available as we speak, and yeah, if you actually do play the Archon quests for sure, definitely wait until later on, once we do get her storyline for sure. You're gonna be quite surprised once you actually do. And I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, if that being the case, how do I also feel about pretty much another game, Infinity Nikki, now being given their own ballet costumes for the game itself? Well, I think that I'm probably going to save for another video later on down the road, to which I do know they look great, but I guess that'll be saved for another video later on for sure. So yeah, and I guess on that thought alone, I think I might as well end this video here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and by all means, let me know down in the comments down below on what you guys thought about it and how you feel about Odette now being a part of the game for sure, and yeah, all that sort of stuff from what I can gather. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and well, I guess pretty much right up until I'll do my next video later on. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna see if I can get myself in with, of course, my point shoe training a little bit more. So I'll leave you at that. So take care, guys. So all right, so here we go, and okay, definitely looking quite nice. So, whew, all right, keep it nice and steady, nice and steady. So. Whew. Yeah, like I said, still got a long ways to go, but really quite nice to be in these point shoes for sure.
Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD and Sam Shepard. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTagTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.